230 County Radio. I don't know what I got going on down at school here, but I need some units in here ASAP.
Okay, we're en route. We'll call you with live when we get you in.
Alright, we're getting a call reporting one individual has a knife.
122 to EMS dispatch.
One Island Station 610, Bravo response, Franklin Regional Area High School.
Okay, I got everybody on the way.
Multiple stab victims.
It has happened again. Another quiet morning in America shattered by a burst of violence at a school. And this time, a young boy with 2 knives on a rampage inside the halls of his high school in Pennsylvania. 15 minutes of terror.
My day started as usual. I woke up, got ready, ate some breakfast, and got into my car. I headed towards school and picked up one of my friends as I usually do. On this day, we were running ahead of schedule, which is usually never the case. The start time for our school was 7:22 a.m. and on April 9th, 2014, we arrived at the school at 7:10 a.m. As we got out of the car and walked into the school, we started to hear a lot of commotion. Soon after, we heard the fire alarm go off and started to see everyone running towards the exits. At this moment in time, we quickly realized that this was not a drill. This was real. Some of the people running out of the school were bleeding, and all of them were terrified. My heart began to beat very rapidly at that point as I came to the realization that something horrible has happened. My friend and I joined the rest of the student body and ran directly out of the door we just entered. We ran into the parking lot as we were taught to do, and there a lot of people began to become extremely emotional. Not much was said as the amount of students that were bleeding ran out of the school and collapsed onto the ground. I watched as the faculty assisted the students in as many ways as they could. Minutes later, an abundance of helicopters, ambulances, and police cars arrived. After the police arrived, the entire student body was directed and escorted into our middle school. There, the news of what happened spread by word of mouth. It was there that I discovered that a student that I knew of ran through the hallway stabbing everyone in his path. I asked my friend if he knew the names of any of the people who had gotten stabbed, and he said the names of 2 of our friends. We were both extremely worried for their well-being while sitting there helplessly waiting for instruction and information about what we were to do next. While waiting there, the news broke online and articles started listing the amount of victims at 6, then it rose to 8, 11, 13, 15, 20, and then ceased to rise after 21. The names kept coming of the kids who were stabbed, and the mood of everyone in the room began to deteriorate even more. After sitting there for 2 hours, we were given instruction to call our parents so they could come pick us up. We were not allowed to drive back home. As the time passed and people began to leave, news began to come in as some students who were stabbed were going to be alright. My mother came to pick up my friend and I, and took us both home. From this horrible day, I realized that we must appreciate everyone and everything that we have, because it can all be gone in the blink of an eye.
Tonight